Why would Sacramento State pay north of $20 million, closer to 25 or even 23 or even 25 million, depending on who you're talking to join the MAC, an FCS program looking to make a national statement? What's up, kinfolk? It's RJ Young. I am not on a step mill. If this is your first time watching Adapt and Respond, thank you for joining us here. We talk college football year-round. If you're into that, hit that subscribe button, like this video. Answer the question in the comments below. How do you feel about Sacramento State choosing to join the MAC as an FBS program, joining it in football only, not unlike North Dakota State and the Mountain West? Some interesting points that their AD made, which feels salient to the conversation, especially as more people are questioning the wisdom behind paying such a large number to join the MAC, right? It's a 5-year agreement that the MAC is going to get $18 million from, and that means that you get to pay out, right? There are schools also willing to cover its own air travel and visiting to MAC teams that's going to pay $6 million of the $18 million entry fee in year one. So that means that $6 million of this is already up front. So where's it all coming from is a really great question to ask, and we got some early answers for that. So the interest fee is going to be paid by game guarantees and other football revenue. So game guarantees, you're familiar with the pay guarantee and the money in the bag, right? So when Northern Illinois, who left the MAC to join to join the Mountain West, beat Notre Dame on the road, they got more than $1 million for doing so. That's a guarantee, right? That's how much money you get paid just for showing up playing the game. An estimated economic impact is also going to be of $975 million, of nearly $1 billion. National broadcast value of $675 million over the next 5 years. Football is also paying for football. This is not coming out of a general operating budget for the university, and it's not coming out of their general fund, which is important. Sacramento State also now gets to play games on ESPN and CBS Sports, and crucially for many of us, is going to be featured in NCAA 2027 or 8, depending on how quickly EA Sports can get on top of this. Like, many of us were already signing up to play as North Dakota State, right? Just like Delaware last year. Now you get the opportunity, if you want to take Sacramento State all the way there. And they'll generate revenue from their academics. 15% of their new net revenue goes toward offering more classes. I should say the revenue will help their academics, not generate from academics. 15% of their net revenue is going to go toward offering more classes beginning in 2027. This is how you draw it up if you're a football school, right? And Sacramento State very much wants to be considered a football school. This is kind of the point, is it not? So look at it this way. Sacramento State's going to pay $18 million to enter, $6 million of that in the first year, $5 million to the FBS as an entry fee. And they're accepting zero conference distribution over that stretch and covering the air travel cost for all their visiting teams from the MAC. Again, kind of unheard of, this sweetheart deal that the MAC is getting. It also means that if you're a Sacramento State alumnus, you really, really, really are in high cotton. As a matter of fact, the way I look at this, there really isn't a downside for the alumni. And none of this money's coming out of your pocket. And all of this is going toward national recognition and playing on national television, which is the holy grail for all football programs. You want to play on national television, and then you want to play in big slots on national television. Like Hawaii has been able to play on national television for a long time. And I think it's one of the reasons that we're all kind of interested in Rainbow Warriors. And they kind of got cornered the market on the Pac-12 After Dark. Now that the Pac-12 After Dark had gone away, but it's apparently coming back, right? They're going to have flex schedules in the Pac-12 this year. I think all of this is very, very cool. And I don't see why Luke Wood, who is the president of the university, would say anything otherwise. Like, what he's saying is what I feel. So one of the things he told Yahoo Sports, part of what we need to be able to do is market ourselves, not just in state, but also out of state. The lack of exposure in FCS does have an impact on recruiting students, especially out of state. You need out of state students to ensure your university is visible. Like, that's just it. Like, is this all worth it, though, to get more people not from California to know where Sacramento State is? To which Wood said the whole point is to make sure Sacramento State is a flagship university We are a case study in disruptive marketing. People would say North Dakota State did it the right way. Well, we can't wait around to win 10 national championships. There were many who fought tooth and nail to make sure this didn't happen. We had many people rooting against us. Despite all the odds, we did something that hasn't been done in 57 years. It is historic. That's rather salient point to make, too, as Sacramento State is becoming the first West Coast program from the FCS to move to FBS since Fresno State did it, and San Diego State did it in 1969. That's how long ago that was. That's nearly 6 decades, and, the Hornets are going to be playing Mid-American Conference football. Perhaps not the way you draw it up. Maybe you drew it up as you would be a member of the Conference of Champions, Pac-12, which also kind of is where I think this also goes. If you're the Pac-12 conference, why didn't you extend this invitation to Sacramento State? Number one, it's already a state school, right? Which is basically what your membership is. And that's a joke, but the point is salient. They're right there. They were right there the whole time. And if you really wanted people to get on board with what Pac-12 is doing, you want to make yourself into a darling. You want to make yourself into the kind of place that other people that don't have a rooting interest in any of your programs want to root for. I get it. You got Boise State. You got Fresno State. You feel pretty good about that. You snatch those from the Mountain West. But do you have the staying power to keep this up is a very interesting question. This is a big part of it, right? And the buzz around the Hornets has been growing for a couple of years. Now that we've gone from 136 to 138 teams in a matter of 2 weeks, it's going to continue to grow. And I think after what they were able to do with Troy Taylor in 2019 through 2022, where the closest they've been to playing for a national championship, many people thought they might be the next North Dakota State, that they are not, and that they're trying to skip that process by saying we don't have time to win 10 national championships, is indicative of where the sport is. It's big money, and it's worth the bet if you can make it. Now, this is the buy-in to get to the poker table. Now you got to go play. Paying the $5 million to the NCAA plus the $18 million plus the cost of your teams visiting, that's 6 games that you're paying for people to travel to see you, airfare, whatnot. That's a big gamble. But at this point, if you're a football program, you either have to go all in or you got to find another way to make some money and to put your university on the map at a time when it's getting even more difficult to do that. The Department of Education morphing to whatever it is, plus football continue to go up in value. Now is the time.